Alexander the Great's personality was shaped by a blend of ambition, intellect, and intense emotion, making him a figure of both admiration and controversy. Educated by Aristotle, Alexander developed a deep appreciation for Greek culture and philosophy, though he often prioritized practical application over abstract thought. He was also heavily influenced by the heroic ideals of Achilles, whom he idolized. This mix of philosophical and heroic ideals drove him to pursue greatness on an unprecedented scale. In strategy, Alexander was a military genius, known for his ability to quickly adapt to changing conditions on the battlefield and for his use of innovative tactics. His conquests were marked by swift, decisive actions, and he was particularly skilled in psychological warfare, often using deception and surprise to outmaneuver his enemies. He was also known for his charismatic leadership, which inspired fierce loyalty among his troops, though his relentless drive sometimes pushed them to the brink of mutiny, as seen during the campaign in India. Alexander's personality was marked by a deep sense of destiny and an unshakable belief in his own invincibility, which was both a strength and a weakness. His ambition drove him to conquer vast territories, but it also led to moments of extreme ruthlessness, such as the destruction of Thebes and the execution of his once trusted general Parmenion. These actions suggest a man who could be both magnanimous and merciless, depending on the circumstances. Despite his strategic brilliance, Alexander had a volatile temper and could be impulsive, especially when his authority was challenged. He was known to react violently in such situations, as evidenced by his killing of Cletus the Black in a fit of rage, an act he later deeply regretted. This impulsiveness was balanced by his ability to show great clemency and respect to those who surrendered to him, as he often incorporated local customs and leaders into his administration. While Alexander excelled in strategy and warfare, he was less adept at managing the administrative aspects of his empire, often leaving the day-to-day governance to his subordinates. This sometimes led to unrest in the territories he conquered, as his focus remained fixed on further conquest rather than on the long-term stability of his empire. Alexander had a deep love for the arts and culture, particularly literature and drama. He was known to carry a copy of Homer's Iliad with him on his campaigns, and he sought to spread Greek culture throughout his empire, a policy known as Hellenization. However, he also adopted many aspects of the cultures he conquered, such as Persian dress and customs, which sometimes caused tension with his Macedonian troops, who felt he was abandoning their traditions. His personality was a blend of intellectual curiosity, strategic brilliance, and emotional intensity, making him one of history's most influential figures. His ability to inspire and command loyalty from his troops was noted by many, including his biographer Arrian, who described Alexander as possessing an unrivaled combination of intellect and daring. Alexander's ambition was boundless. He sought to unite the known world under his rule, driven by a vision of spreading Greek culture and civilization. He was intensely focused on achieving his goals, which often led to both remarkable success and notable controversies. Alexander the Great exemplifies the leader archetype, characterized by dominant extroverted sensation and supported by auxiliary extroverted feeling. His SE-driven nature was evident in his unparalleled ability to live in the moment, seizing opportunities with speed and decisiveness. His military strategy relied heavily on his acute awareness of the immediate environment, enabling him to adapt swiftly to changing circumstances. His campaigns were not just marked by tactical brilliance, but also by a relentless pursuit of conquest, reflecting SE's drive for action and exploration. His auxiliary FE was crucial in building and maintaining the loyalty of his men. Alexander's charisma and his ability to inspire were not merely strategic, but also deeply tied to his understanding of the social dynamics within his army and the cultures he sought to integrate into his empire. He was known to genuinely care for his soldiers, sharing in their hardships and victories, which earned him unwavering loyalty. This connection between SE and FE allowed him to create an almost mythic bond with his troops, motivating them to follow him into seemingly impossible battles. The auxiliary FE is also evident in his diplomatic skills and his efforts to integrate the cultures he conquered, showing his understanding of social dynamics and his desire to unify his empire under a common vision. However, Alexander's assimilation function, introverted thinking, remained largely unconscious and sporadic in its influence. While his military tactics displayed elements of strategic calculation, they were often overshadowed by his impulsive and risk-taking SE. His decision-making process was more reactive than methodically reasoned, leading to moments of brilliance as well as rashness. The unconscious TI's occasional emergence could be seen in his moments of introspection, such as his deep interest in philosophy and his desire to be seen as a philosopher king, though these were more sporadic and less integrated than his everyday behavior. Alexander's personality exhibited a NATO development, where his extroverted functions dominated while his introverted ones remained unconscious. This imbalance contributed to his relentless drive for expansion and his occasional impatience with long-term governance, which required the kind of reflective state typical of an introverted psyche. His FE-driven desire to be seen as a benevolent ruler, combined with his SE's need for action, sometimes led to contradictions in his rule, such as moments of extreme generosity followed by ruthless reprisal. Alexander's personality, with its blend of strategic brilliance, emotional intensity, and visionary ambition, fits well within the leader archetype. His natural command of the external environment through SE, coupled with his ability to connect with and inspire others through FE, made him one of history's most formidable and influential leaders.